guys. So if you watched the last video, I just dropped off a load of wood, boards. I'm gonna pick up a trailer of hay and cart it off. Um, my driver's a little tired, so my goal is to make it to the end so I can get some rest afterwards. But I thought, I'd talk a little about the technology of PCs. It's I did some research today, and I realized that I had built my computer 6 years ago. Um, it was pretty much kind of the best that you could get 6 years. I mean, I ordered everything, and I ordered at the time the GTX 760s just came out. Um, so I bought two of them, 32 gigs of RAM. I think it was DDR3, and an i5 processor. I went on Tom's Hardware and checked the specs, and the i5 for the price seemed to outdo the others. Um, but but what got me thinking about that today was one of my coworkers decided that he wants to do some PC gaming. He doesn't play any consoles or anything, but me and a coworker talk about World of Tanks and other games, and it kind of inspired him to want to get involved. So we for the past couple of days we've been checking specs and weighing the pros to building over buying one. Um, the biggest con for that is he doesn't want to wait for it. He wants to go see it, touch it, and pick it up that day. Um, so we started checking out Best Buy. There's a local Best Buy here, so he was looking at Best Buy, and they have the HP Omen, and price range was it was like one for $700 that had the Ryzen 7, I think it is, 3700X, and it had a 1660 video card with 240 SSD, and then a 1 terabyte regular drive. That was like $700, and but then for anywhere from 12 to 1500, there was these other three, and one of them was a Ryzen. Um, it was the same processor, but it had the X580 graphics card, which is probably a little bit underneath the 1660. Um, but then they had the HP Omen with the same processor, but it had a 2070 Super. Um, it was the half one with one fan, but I'm very particular when I look at a PC. It's got to look good. I mean, any PC can perform, but if you're gonna spend that money, you need to take the time to care about what's in the box and how it looks in the box. And this HP one was just horrific. I mean, there was no braided line over the cables. They were just individual wires coming out of the power supply, and it looked like crap. Um, Best Buy didn't do it any justice because they had a bunch of dust and stuff inside of it. But the motherboard, it was a HyperX motherboard, and it was really small. It did have an M.2 drive, which I think was probably the SSD drive, the 240. Um, but like they had an open bay for another drive, and the cables were just hanging there. And I don't know, it was a huge turnoff for me. And I told them it was $1,300, and I said, I don't care. It's not. It's just when I get something, I want it to look like somebody actually cared when they put it together, not just slapped together. Um, so then we got over and looked at the CyberPower PC, which we've been looking at them online forever, but we went and looked at it actually in person. And they had two different ones, both the same case, both looked the same. Uh, one one had I think one had a 1660, the other one had a 2070 Super. Um, there was only $200 difference between them. One was water cooled, which I thought was, that's something I want to do with mine at some point. Um, but it just looked good, so clean. You couldn't see wires. What wires you could see had braids on them. Just really well put together. Really nice computer. It was $12.99. So we looked it over. The kid there actually had one. He bought one himself. So we talked about it a little bit. Um, he opened the case so we could actually see like where the drives were and what we could add on to it and stuff. And but it's a really nice system. So I got thinking, it's like, all right, well, if I was gonna build one, what would that look like price wise? Because I kind of enjoy that. So I came home and I threw basically all the parts that were in that. It's an ASRock motherboard, but I took all the other parts that were in it, and to equal that, it was about $1,400, and that's with the operating system, with it's um, the only other thing I did was I didn't go. Well, yeah, I did go with the M.2 um, hard drive, but it's just, I don't know. I just thought about it, and it's like, the time to put it together. Um, and like I have this system here that I'm going to upgrade at some point. Um, but even that, I went and I priced out the motherboard I want, the processor I want, and the RAM that I want, and that was $1,000. It's like I got a video card here, and I got the case and the power supply, but you know, so I was thinking, what do you do? What's the best way to go about it? Do you buy, or you build? Um, so we got it. We brought his system back to work. Um, Tomorrow during our lunch break or whatever, we're gonna probably load World of Tanks on it, at least get him at least doing that. We're gonna go through it first, make sure that the fans are pointing in the right direction, make sure the processor cooler is connected, tight. Make sure the RAM's seated and all the cables. He bought another 500 gig hard drive, so SATA drive, so we're gonna put that in. Um, just little things, just ensure that when he boots it, it's a good experience. He bought a really nice HP um, display. So he had nothing. He's like I said, he doesn't PC game. He's going to, you know, and we tried to keep it cheaper, because like I said to him, it's like I would go with the $700 with a 1660, and then later on, if you decide that you really like playing this, then upgrade. But he didn't really want to do that, so I'm like, all right. Well, the sad thing is it's a gaming computer. Um, yes, it can do everything, but do you want to spend that money for something if you're just doing email or surfing the web? You know. So he really wanted an Apple. He's a big Apple guy, but he decided to go with an AMD, which I haven't really. I used to be all AMD, and then I loaded the i5, and I was just blown away by it. So I've been Intel, but but they're making a comeback. I watched a couple of videos today, and AMD's doing quite well. But yeah, I was AMD and ATI graphics all the way, and then I had just a bad spell with a couple different things, and then I switched over to NVIDIA, and I've been NVIDIA and Intel pretty much all the way. Um, I mean, SLI is a thing of the past, so I don't have to worry about that now. But my other system was. So my driver's pretty tired. So I decided I'm gonna go take a nap and start back on it. I still don't have a loan. I haven't. I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. Like I said, the last time I played this game, I bought a truck, hired a driver, and then I just picked up freight jobs and let the driver run the truck just to leverage more money. But I haven't found a recruiting office yet, and I've only found the Kenworth dealership. So, and that's fine because I'm a Kenworth guy anyway. So I don't need any other truck brand. But it's pretty neat seeing all the manufacturing cars, even though they're not licensed. You know, with like Dodge truck, stuff like that. But yeah, so that's pretty much what today was. Go to Best Buy and spend someone else's money. That was fun. Uh, it was, you know, it inspires you to want to do it too. But I'm not in a need right now, so I can just stick with what I have. It suits me fine. Um, it does struggle a little bit when I'm trying to do um, when I'm playing more intense games and utilizing the OBS. But for this game, it's not an issue. So, but like I said, I got 7 or 8 loads to go through. So getting the content is not really an issue for this game. Um, and I don't really feel like there's enough in other games to justify making videos. You know, the other games that I play, there's nothing really new and exciting to cover. So, I mean, this one here, at least there's new maps. You get a new state. Um, I read on a Facebook page that there's a coast to coast mod where you can go all the way to New York and stuff. And I'm curious about that because it would be kind of cool. But you know, I still have all these states to uncover, so I kind of want to do that. And I feel that they put so much detail into these maps. I wouldn't think. I don't know. I can't judge. I haven't seen the coast to coast. I was gonna YouTube it and see if anybody had any video of it, just to see if it's of the quality that this is. I mean, the fact that it's playable, you know, is pretty cool. But so I decided to look to see what upgrades I could make. I don't have a lot of money at 8,500, and I could go with the longer chassis. I think, or the bigger transmission, but I don't know, I just kind of clicked through some things to figure out what I wanted to do. I like the music, so I thought about going with a bigger transmission because it's an upgrade. Well, I clicked on this not realizing that I had also selected, I think yeah, I forget what it was I selected because I forgot that once you click on it, it's selected. so I had to jump out to clear it, which I could have just gone and clicked that, but I decided I wasn't going to do it. So I'm just going to pull over into a parking spot and catch a nap, and that'll be it for this episode. I thank you guys for riding along. Hopefully you enjoy your day. Just be kind, be nice to people. Have a good night. I'll catch you in the next one.